Aston Villa fans, give me a call. I want to hear from you guys. What do you make of today's performance, and are you confident about getting a result against United on the weekend? Let's speak to Craig, the Villa fan, first of all. Good evening, Craig.
How's it going, mate? You okay?
Hello, Craig. Very well, mate. Listen, Craig, before I get your views on the game itself, my colleague, Mr. Adrian Durham, who was at Old Trafford tonight, informs me that you guys have a new song, a new chant about your new loan signing. Is that correct?
Yeah,
right.
We've got a new song. I'm not going to give you a verse.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, come on. We're going to get a backing track on. Me, you and Perry are going to sing it to the world. You ready?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Come on. Who's that in the background?
Yeah, I've got it. We're on.
Jack Mack.
All right, mate.
All right. We'll give you a verse now. Go on, Jackie. Start it off.
There you go.
Let's meet to you two.
Going to count each other in.
You're going to catch each other in?
The Chuckle Brothers. Gone early, chap.
That's not the one. We thought it was the Wham remix. Wake me up before you go. We don't need
ground, to be honest, but yeah. So just wanted to talk.
Work out, did it?
Yeah, we failed again.
What's going on?
Have they all got different headsets on?
Yeah.
Are your mates all tone deaf?
Yeah,
We'll try again with the next Villa fan. Anyway, Craig, you were at the game itself. First of all, what did you make of your team's performance? I thought you were brilliant. I thought that, barring being a bit more ruthless in the final third, you know that was a game for you to win. And second of all, what did you make of the VAR decision?
Yeah, I thought we played well. I thought going forward, I think we was attacking them. I think we put them under pressure. I think we were the better side throughout, to be honest with you. And the goal we conceded was a little bit sloppy, but I think Gerrard will work on that. And I think that defensively we've been good all season. And if we're looking at getting Digne in from Everton, I think be a good signing. I've got nothing against Target, but I think Digne's just a little bit more attacking, and I think he'll probably create a little bit more for us. My issue tonight is not the way we've performed, really. My big issue was VAR, and I want to talk about the fact that because it was an all Premier League tie, VAR was available, and I think tonight, if that hadn't have been an all Premier League tie, and we've seen it for the duration of this weekend, where there's been games that VAR hasn't been available, and I think we've seen it during games with Millwall versus Palace, where there was decisions that were made and VAR wasn't available. But tonight, because and Kidderminster versus Reading as well, I think because there was an opportunity tonight with it being an all Premier League and the money involved, VAR was an option and they used it. And I think it cost Villa tonight, because if those two goals, if we'd have been playing a team from a lower league tonight, those goals would have stood, because no VAR would have interacted within those decisions.
Craig, whilst I understand what you're saying, and I do hear what you're saying, to be fair, having VAR it's going to work for both sides. So although I would agree that I think you either have it at every ground or no ground. Yeah. There's no advantage or disadvantage for you, if you get what I mean. In the same way, if it's not there's no advantage or disadvantage to either team as well.
But also, though, there's no consistency in the whole competition. If you have competition, how can you have basically different rules for one game in the competition to another? That doesn't make sense at all. It should be no VAR whatsoever in the whole competition.
Or everybody has VAR.
Yeah, but they can't, because
they can't afford it.
You can't afford it with the lower league teams. And the lower league teams have to actually pay. They have to contribute to the VAR when they go to the Premier League teams, which is ridiculous.
$4.5 grand.
But don't you think, Craig, that VAR, especially tonight, looks for reasons to disallow goals? Because it's supposed to be everything that's clear and obvious. They look for, was it offside? Then they look for,
was it a foul?
Did Watkins get a touch? Then they look for, was there handball? And then they're saying with Ramsey, because he was in an offside position, but he doesn't have to get out the way. He hasn't moved his body. Cavani's running to him because he's panicking because he's lost his marker.
Go on, Craig.
Yeah. But how long it took as well from a fan stood there. We've paid our money to watch that game. To stand there and to watch, them making a decision for nearly 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's not exciting for a fan to watch this happening, and as a Villa fan standing there, we're all celebrating, we're going wild, but, I think the element of disappointment after that, and it happened twice, we had 2 goals disallowed tonight, and I think to stand there, it's just not exciting to watch, and it's not nice for the players to be celebrating every time they score, and then all of a sudden it's disallowed. It takes that glory away from the game.
It's a joy sucker, Craig.
From us.
There'll be a generation of fans. How old are you, Craig?
37.
37, right.
38 tomorrow.
No, it's not going to be you, but there's going to be a generation of fans.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Craig, exactly.
You're welcome, thank you.
There's going to be a generation of fans that don't celebrate the goal. We know when you just lose it completely, when you just lose as a fan, because they will be thinking, we can't go mad here because we don't know. There's always going to be a VAR check.
Cheers for the call, Craig. That for me was the main reason why I was never in favour of VAR. I remember the first weekend VAR was brought in. It was a midday game, Manchester City versus West Ham, and I remember Raheem Sterling scored a goal. He scored a goal. I think it was in the second half, and he could see on his face he wanted to celebrate, but he was stopping himself because he knew. And I just thought, this is where we're going to go. I understand that people would say we're trying to get as close to perfection and get decisions right. Me personally, and this might sound crazy, I would happily sacrifice a few wrong decisions if it brought back the spontaneity of those moments.
But this was
even if it goes against my team.
Exactly, but this was supposed to be, VAR was supposed to be for glaring, obvious...
Clear shockers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in a season, you probably get absolute shocking decisions 4, 5, 6 times where you go, how's the referee missed that? All the other stuff,
rare, you
can understand why the ref.
Even he might have got it wrong, but you can understand why he got it wrong.
Even today's one with which I don't think is a foul. Now, they might say he's in offside position in the first place. The only thing I would say is at least Michael Oliver was the referee on the pitch that made the decision. And it did take too long. And you can tell Michael Oliver knew that everybody was confused because he pulled Tyrone Mings over to explain what the reason was for. And you don't know what's going on in the stadium, so your exaggerated joy has been taken out of you because you get that horrible pit feeling deep in your stomach. You think this has gone a long time. This is going to be disallowed.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not the experience the football.
They're looking for
really
too many reasons to disallow goals.
It, indeed.